Action. What's going on today, guys, and welcome to Eddie Studios. As you can tell from the intro there, I'm going to be talking about how to edit video. And we're going to be editing that video on our smartphones. This is the first video in a series I'm making of how to edit on your smartphone. The app that I'm going to be using along this way is Powerdirector. It's my favorite video editor for my phone, and it's super powerful, and I've watched this company grow this app over the last 3 years that I've been using it, and I'm just super impressed with it, and I can't wait to see what else they do with it in the future. There's a free version of Powerdirector, but on that free version, it will leave a watermark. Now, for the last 2 years, I've been paying for Powerdirector, and it's not very expensive, about $35 a year, which is super cheap for a video editor of this quality. And along this journey, I'm going to give you guys updates on what they're updating on it as we go, but also I just want you to be comfortable editing on your phone because it's the most convenient editor you can use because this thing is always with you. You can turn around, shoot a video, and then start editing it before you're even home. That's amazing. By the end of this video today, you guys will understand how to take a video using your phone or any other camera that you choose to use, take those clips, push them right into Powerdirector, and cut them together, add music, add words, and get that video out there to everybody that you want to share it with. But stick around till the end because I'm going to tell you how to get rid of that watermark without having to do the paid for version of Powerdirector. So you guys can start editing today without ever paying for the app and have one of the most powerful video editors you can possibly get on your phone. So let's get into it right now. So the first thing you want to do is go into your Android app, go and search Powerdirector. It's going to come up. That's what the little icon looks like right there. Go ahead and install it. I've already installed it on my device. And you open up your Powerdirector, and then you'll go New Project. Then you're going to want to name your new project, select your aspect ratio. Your aspect ratio can change depending on where you're going to share it, but also depending on how you shot your project. Now you can use a 1:1 aspect ratio even if you shot in 16:9, and I'll show some tricks about how to make that look good in later videos. But let's just name this project today. If I could spell. Done with that. I'm going to go 16:9 because that's averagely what I like to do it in. When you first open it up, it opens with this icon right here on the top left that is your main timeline. Anything you're going to want to add after that main timeline is going to be under this one that looks like 2 layers of paper. And that can be video, pictures, other stuff. We'll get to that in a second, but let's add a couple clips into our timeline. So what you can do is you can preview your clips right here above. Let's preview it real quick just so you can see how that's done. You hit the play button to preview. All right, and we'll back up. We'll go ahead and add that. So we hit the plus button to add, and this is going to ask me if I want to downgrade from 4K to HD just so that it is going to edit better. You can do that, but it does create a new video in your phone library, so it does add content to space in your storage. I'm going to use original because I'm not getting too into layering, and my phone handles this software pretty good. So that first clip I added in there, and I'm just going to add some clips before I start actually editing it. So we're going to add this other clip, and I don't need to preview that again for you guys because you saw how that's done. If I don't move my cursor here on the timeline, it adds it in the beginning. So what I want to do is I select that clip, and I'm going to move it after the other clip. And that's pretty simple to do. You just push and hold and then drag it over. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this over here so that my next clip does come to that portion, and we'll click this button again in the top left, and that's going to be your main timeline again, like I said. We'll go back in here and let's add 2 more clips. I'm not going to do all of these. We're not going to do a full-length video here, but I do want to just get a little something in here for you guys to see today. We're going to keep using original. There we go. Use original. All right, now I'm going to show you how to do some cutting. So let's go back out here, and I don't want to hear my action, so we're going to hit play, and I don't want to hear that. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to hit the little pencil in the corner. I'm going to go ahead and hit split. That splits it. Now I want to get rid of this first portion of it. So I select that, and I'm going to hit the trash can to delete it. So it takes that right out for me, and we'll play. And I could probably trim that down a little more, but for the sake of this video, we're not going to. And I'm going to cut a little bit out of that black there. I want it to just start at black. If you want to zoom in on your timeline, you just use 2 fingers on the screen and spread them apart. And this is going to zoom in on your timeline and gets pretty close so that you can get more detailed with your cuts. So I just want a little bit of black here for my transition that I created. So this transition is an in-camera transition, which makes it so that you really don't have to add transitions, but I'm still going to show you guys how to go ahead and add those transitions. All right, so from this second shot to my third shot, I'm going to want to make some changes here.
Okay, action.
Hey. I want right when the door is about to open, after the little turd says action. By little turd, I mean my son. Oh, I jumped. Hold on. Right there. Let's try there. Go ahead and split it here. Delete this first section, and then we'll try to play it from there and see how it goes.
Felt like forever.
Hey kiddo, this just came in the mail for you. I think it's for Girl Scouts. All right, so the trick to this transition that I did, it's to make it look like I threw this at my daughter and that she caught it. And I can do it a little something on how I pull this transition off. But so what you want is this motion blur right here. So I'm going to catch that motion blur right when I throw it and I move the camera right in here. So I'm going to go ahead and want to split this here and then delete that section there that it highlighted. And then we'll go to the second one. I'm not going to let this play. I'm just going to find that spot with my motion blur that I want. I still want that purple wall in there. So go ahead and do the same thing here, split. We're almost to the end of this. So deleting this section, I think this gives us exactly what we need. So let's go ahead and play from the beginning. For all of you that do video editing, you know how tedious it can be just replaying everything to make sure it's right. But it's part of the fun. So I enjoy doing it.
Can't believe I just delivered the last box of Girl Scout candy.
All right.
Felt like forever.
Hey kiddo, this just came in the mail for you. I think it's for Girl Scouts.
Cookie season already? Candy season just ended. Well, guess it's time to make a video.
I'm just going to show you how to add transitions. So we're going to go to this little box that's between the two here. And these are all your transitions. Like, they give you so many options for transitions in Powerdirector. It's just astonishing. So what I would want to, if I was going to add something here, it would be a basic blur or a basic fade. Not a fade. Let's do a blur. Blur transition. So I'll add that, and right now it has it on a second. And we're going to probably want to take that down to half a second. So it just needs to be very subtle if I'm going to use one, which I really probably wouldn't use one at all here. Yeah, see, I didn't need it. But this shows you the gist of how to add transitions. And then you can go, I'm going to go ahead and go no transition there. If you needed to add transitions to your video, very simple to add, and then change the length of them. I'm just going to scroll through them so you can see all of them. Now, if we want to add text, we will go to here, and it's already selected on our text, and you can see all of the awesome text selections they have. These are more advanced text here, or you go all the way to the end, and these are the basic ones that they originally had on this app, and in just the last 6 months, they added the rest of these, which are amazing, awesome. I'll show you them. Let's play one. Just stuff like this, and then you can edit all the words in there. And see how these say new? It's because they're adding new ones all the time, which is why I love Powerdirector so much. Now, mind you, I haven't had the free version of it for a while, so some of these might not be available on the free version. This all should be available on the free version. So if you want just a basic text, we'll go default fade in. We'll just add this right in here. It goes right under the spot where I was at with my cursor. If we wanted to add something else underneath it, they have stickers and stuff you can use like that you could add right on to your video. We'll just pop one up there just so you can see it. Clearly I'm not going to probably use this sticker. See how that animate pops out? That can be fun to use in something. And then on our text, it's a basic fade in, and then you can change the size of it and where it's located on the screen. And I could just call this, like, let's go Girl Scout cookies. We want to go to title design, and then you can change your fonts here. So we'll get like a fun font, something like that. And then we can bold it. You can change your color. You can add a outline. You can add a drop shadow. Here you can't really see it. That looks cool though. I wouldn't do that color for Girl Scouts, but that's okay. Let's leave it. We'll just leave it for the sake of the video. And then let's go ahead and add music. So under music, we're going to go to music here, which is their library. Now they have Shutterstock that you can use, or the music that came in Powerdirector originally is all under this More Music. Powerdirector music, royalty free. You can use it in all social media platforms. And let's just hit like a, we'll just do something that's like simple. We can put in the background. Not that. We'll do this one. So first you'll hit the cloud that downloads it. Downloads pretty quick. Then you can add it in. It takes it a second to load into your video. We'll go ahead down here. And then what we'll do is we'll cut everything after the end of the video. I'm going to have it so it fades out at the end of the video. So on your clip, you select here, go to volume. Then you can select fade out. You can also select fade in. We'll do both of those things. And I'm going to turn it way down because we want to hear the voice in this video.
Rapper.
Hey kiddo, this just came in the mail for you. All right, we'll just say this is good. So when you're ready, you hit this button in the top right corner that looks like an upload button. And then you can either do it straight to one of your social media platforms. I do just the save to gallery or SD card. I always do 4K in this because it's an option. You can go under your settings and say what frame rate you want to do. And if you want the highest bit rate, which I always do, and just because I like the highest quality video it'll give me. Go ahead and produce. It only takes a minute on a video this short, less than a minute, like 10 seconds. We'll see. This is live time here. And then right when it's done, you have the option to go ahead and play the video right now and see your results. And we will go ahead and do that. Let's see what our video shows. My phone does this, where it cuts off the bottoms of the videos. I think it looks pretty good. What do you think?
I just delivered the last box of Girl Scout candy. I felt like the rapper.
Hey kiddo, this just came in the mail for you. I think it's for Girl Scouts.
Cookie season already? Candy season just ended. Well, guess it's time to make a video.
Alright, so after that, I hope you guys feel confident in getting Powerdirector and working through your first project with adding the clips in, basic transitions, and adding music, and then finalizing that video to go ahead and post on any social media platform you feel like. And I do want to tell you that little trick that I had talked about in the beginning, where you can get rid of that watermark without paying for a Powerdirector paid for version, even though I do think that it's worth it for that $35 a year to have the paid for version with all of its features. But before I do that, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, along with the rest of this journey of teaching you how to edit using just your smartphone. To talk about how to get rid of that little watermark in the corner of the screen if you don't feel like paying for this version of Powerdirector. My recommendation would be to shoot everything as wide as you feel comfortable shooting it with still framing your subject properly. And then after you finalize your video on Powerdirector, go ahead and load that video into the video editor that's built into your smartphone and just crop in past that watermark. It'll get rid of that watermark and help you feel more professional about your project without paying for the paid for version. But like I said, I do think it's worth it. So if you are going to follow along with this journey, I recommend at least doing 1 year of the subscription and seeing what you get out of it. You can always cancel it before the renewal. So look for the next video next week where I'm going to show some tips and tricks of how to do some more finessing to your videos using Powerdirector. And check out the video over here. It's going to be my last video uploaded. And the one below, it's going to be one that YouTube recommends for you. And along this journey, I'm going to update that so that the video you see over here is going to be our playlist. But if you're watching it within a couple weeks of me shooting this, it's going to stay that most recent video that I've recently uploaded. So check those out. And until next week, I'm going to keep grinding here at Eddie Studios. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace out.